Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our HCPS Career Conversation series. We're really excited you're here. And we just want to, again, always say a special thank you to all of our business partners. And today we're really fortunate to have a great business partner of ours, Douglas Aquatics. And we have with us Emily Agliano. She is the hiring and training coordinator for Douglas Aquatics. And actually, I recently found out she's a Patrick Henry High School graduate as well. So that's pretty exciting and very cool that you're back with us to share some information and knowledge with our students. So with that, Emily, I'll just go ahead and pass it off to you for kind of the first portion of our series today. If you could tell us just a little bit more about your role there within the company, and then also how you came to the position you're currently in and got into this field.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for the introduction. I'm Emily. I'm the hiring and training coordinator here at Douglas Aquatics. It's a little bit of a new role for me. I've been here for about 4 months now. I am in charge of recruiting. So I've been reaching out to career counselors, guidance counselors, and then they'll reach out to their students to see if they're interested in summer jobs. We've also been posting signs around, stuff like that, just trying to drum up interest in lifeguarding, which is a great, well, I'll get into that, but it's a great summer job. It's a great first job. I am also in charge of training. So I teach all the lifeguard classes, which is really fun for both me and the students. I find it to be really empowering to learn about CPR and to learn how to save a life, especially for a young person. I think it's such a cool opportunity. And a little bit about me, I graduated from Patrick Henry in 2013. I went to JMU and I got a degree in public administration. I thought I wanted to work in government, but every summer since I was 18, I worked at King's Dominion as a lifeguard. I went from being a lifeguard to being a head guard. So I was in charge of the whole water park, which was a really cool experience for me. And I was there for 6 years. And yeah, once I graduated college, I realized actually aquatics was my true passion, and I was lucky enough to find a job within that industry.
Thank you. And I just have to say that's very admirable for you to be the head lifeguard at King's Dominion, because I know when I've been there, it always very much stresses me out when I think of what you all do. And it's just really pretty amazing what you do for
every day was something new. That's
yes.
Sure.
Yes. Well, we are going to just jump right into our next portion of the series. So here we just want to hear from you, Emily, about some of these questions that we've put there, and just to kind of get your insight for our students that are either thinking about going right into the workforce now or after high school, or just at different parts throughout their personal career path and journey.
Yeah, so for question 1, what jobs do we offer within the company? Starting off, we offer lifeguarding jobs, and then as you come back summer after summer, you could become an assistant manager or a pool manager or even a zone supervisor who would be in charge of several pools across the area. Douglas Aquatics manages many pools, 60 to 70 around the Richmond area, everywhere from up in Old Church, which is near Mechanicsville High School, and Atlee. And then we have Hanover Country Club, which is near Hanover, Patrick Henry High School. And that changes summer to summer, what pools we manage and what we don't. But I think lifeguarding is a really cool experience for young people as a first job, because we don't require any experience other than being able to pass the lifeguard certification course, which is a 2-day course, and you learn everything from CPR to water life-saving skills. You just have to pass a pre-test, which is standard across all Red Cross trainings, which is 300-yard swim, a timed event retrieving a brick from the bottom of the pool, and a 2 minutes tread with no hands. When we're looking over resumes, so since we require no experience, we will pretty much give everybody an interview. But what we do like to see in an interview is the confidence in your answers, being prepared. Maybe you know a little bit about the company, what we do, stuff like that. Being on time is great. We also hire a lot of young people, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. And what I like to see is the teenager being able to advocate for themselves. Like, as this is your first job, maybe reach out to us instead of having your mom or dad do it. I think it's really good practice since we do work with a lot of teenagers. We understand if your email skills aren't the best, but this is a time to get the really good practice before you get towards college and more internship kinds of stuff like that. I think lifeguarding is a great first job because, again, we require no experience. I think it's really fun. You get to meet people in your neighborhood or around the area who you might not have met before. And it really gives you a sense of responsibility and discipline. And learning those things at a young age, I think, is a really cool opportunity. Plus, it's only during the summer. So good thing to do while you're out of school, have something to fill your time, make a little bit of money, and learn a few skills along the way.
So for our second question there, kind of when you're looking over resumes, can you tell us, how do you decide, I'm sure you get a lot of resumes, what stands out to you, who's going to get a call back, what things are a turnoff on a resume, or something where you say, you know what, that's a really great candidate that we want to interview?
I would say we understand that a lot of young people may not have a lot of stuff to fill their resumes yet. But I would say something that looks nice and professional. So you capitalize where you're supposed to. You've taken the time to really fill it out correctly, accurately, professionally, and just showing that you took the time in applying to the job to make it look like you really care and are going to do a good job if and when you're hired.
Thank you. And also, we're coming up on summer. Are there opportunities available now for students? And if so, how do they reach out about inquiring?
Yeah, good question. So like I said, right now, the closest pools to Hanover County that we have are Hanover Country Club and Old Church. We're still hiring at both of those pools. We also have Ladysmith, which might be close to those kids living at the top of the county. You apply at our website at douglasaquatics.com under the lifeguarding tab. And once you submit your application, we'll be in touch for a quick Zoom interview.
Awesome. That's great. Great information. We really appreciate it. And I guess just knowing that not too long ago, you did graduate and go into the workforce. Is there any just final tip that you might have for students to kind of be thinking about as they're in high school now, maybe, 9th grade through 12th grade?
Yeah. My biggest advice, I think, would be confident. When you're going into interviews, really tell the person who's interviewing why you are the best person for the job and why they should hire you over somebody else. I find that if you really believe it, then they'll believe it too. I think it's worked for me a couple times. And I would also say maybe trust your gut of what your passion is. I never would have thought that after I took a summer job at Kings Dominion that I would end up in aquatics 8 years later, but here I am, and I think it's been a really positive thing for me. So yeah, you never know what path you might take career-wise. So don't put yourself in a certain peg.
Makes sense. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's great advice, great information for our students. Emily, thank you for coming back here and visiting with us.
Yeah, thank you both so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily.
We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your career counselor, or we can get you the information from Ms. Agliano if you would like to reach out more about Douglas Aquatics or have any questions beyond today. So thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day, and see us back here tomorrow for more Career Conversation series. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.